Hi there, I'm Professor Alex, and thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, look around, go check out my blog. You can see it there, Bankruptcy.blog. I got plenty of blog posts up, and I've got videos as well, as you can see here. And if it's more convenient, you can listen to all this as a podcast version directly through my website, Bankruptcy.blog. All right. So, what are we talking about today? Well, first, I'll start off by saying the late afternoon sun is peeking in. My plants are dying for some loving from the sun. So I'm going to make this one quick for you, all right? I promise. I saw this article the other day and I wanted to go over just to show you the issue of credit cards. And I think most importantly, understand that you're not alone. If you're feeling that you're overwhelmed with credit card debt or why is your credit card debt so high, but you're still able to make payments, you're not alone. Look at these numbers. First place, $27 billion more is owed on credit cards today than it was the same time a year ago in 2023. So that should put things in perspective. We are at an all-time high, 1.14 trillion. I have no idea how much money that is, but it sounds like a lot of money. And here's the average, 63.29. So if you're at that number, hey, you're average. You're a little bit above. I hope you're able to continue to make those payments so we can get down, pay off those debts, pay that down, and start towards the path of financial freedom, which is what this video is about. The first thing I want you to think of, yeah, we hear all these stories. Every time I go online, person has a side hustle, makes $50,000 a month. I'm like, what? Is everybody making side hustles, making half a million a year? Am I like the only guy? I guess so. So other than all these side hustles, geniuses who are making $80,000 a week, the reality is making money, saving money, and putting that money away takes time. Realistically, it's not sexy. And I honestly mean that. You know what's sexy? Going out and buying a new watch, getting your new phone, new computer. This was actually a new computer. That's sexy. Buy it. It's in my hands. I had the computer 3 days later in my hands. It's beautiful. It's sexy. It is sexy. I can actually look at it and say, it looks pretty good. That's interesting. It's fun. It's what we're used to, instant gratification. But is it sexy to sock away $100 every month for a year? Maybe $200 next year? Nah, it's a snoozer. It's real boring. It's only going to be sexy when you're old and you got all these gray hairs that keep coming up out of everywhere. And then all of a sudden you got a big chunk of change there. Now it's sexy. But it was boring during all that time. So I just want you to understand it takes time. Rome was not built in a day. Little by little, you're going to start saving money. Now, when? Now. Now's the perfect time. Figure out what you got to do to cut corners and start saving money, paying down your interest, your debt, because interest is a killer. Whatever you're paying in interest rates, two, three, $400 a month. That's two, three, $400 a month that could go towards all these other savings plans, IRA, 401k. So that interest, you got to get it down. The quicker you get it down, the better it's going to be for you. All right. Now, here's something that I just love. Here's a couple of tips, just to get on that track. The reality is, if you can save money, that I considered earn money. And I honestly mean that. It's to me, it's free money. If somehow you save $20 today, that's $20 you don't have to go to work for and get. It's a freebie. So however you can save money, do it. I started doing it years ago. I was still in Miami. So what was this? 2016, 2017? I had enough with cable. I had to cut the cord. I couldn't take it anymore. Basically, I was paying close to $300 a month to watch a couple of channels. It was absolutely ridiculous. I was living with my mom at the time because my dad had just passed away and I had moved in while he was sick to kind of help out. And so I ended up staying there, of course, after all that. And then eventually is when I relocated. But I told my mom, you're using local channels. We're going to, literally, we got the old rabbit ears. Remember those things? Because it was like, this is just crazy. 300, this is $4,000 a year I have to come up with it. I was actually offended. So I started streaming cable, and eventually I cut that too. I'm basically down to Netflix and Amazon Prime. But I'm saving thousands of dollars per year. You'd be surprised in the little areas you can cut here and there a corner and all of a sudden start saving money. Imagine you can cut cable and you're paying $300 a month, and at the end of the year you got $4,000. Hey man, enjoy 2,000, get $2,000, go take a cruise, go take a family trip, save the other 2,000. You work hard, you deserve it, but you got to start there. You have to start with saving money. Now, who doesn't love a good snowball fight? I know it's a sunshine state. It's hot in here, but I do want to go see some snow, hopefully in December. But snowball fight. There's a what can I call it? A term, a strategy that they call the snowball method to get rid of debt, and it's very simple. Snowballs start small and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and so that's what you're going to do. You're going to start small. If you have 3 credit cards and one of them has a balance of 1,000, the second one has a balance of 2,000, and the third one has a balance of 3,000. Pay off first the $1,000 one. You're going to see big leaps and bounds because you're going to see that credit card go down to zero versus the 3,000 that you're paying little by little. And it's like, when am I going to finish this? Start small. Go with the little one. It's a controversial method, but it is a good way to start catching up and getting rid of all this stuff. Once you're done with that, now you got more money for the second and $3,000 credit card. So keep the snowball method in mind. Credit card balance transfer. Interest rates are dropping. Every day I'm getting requests from emails from the bank saying, hey, do you want to transfer? And I'm going to do it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But a lot of times it's like 0% rate for 12 or 18 months on transfers. Think about how much money you're saving if you're not paying interest for 18 months. That could add up. Get that money, put it in an IRA account. Even if you can't put $5 in there this month, it doesn't matter. At least it's there. When you have a few bucks saved over, you pay down these credit cards, then you start contributing the max. I think at my age, the max is $7,000. Figure out what the maximum is. You're going to love it. You're going to thank me when you're old and you get all these gray hairs, but you're traveling the country in your RV. You're going to think of me. Trust me. Trust me on this one. Consolidate debt. Maybe you can get a personal loan. Personal loans are typically going to have a lower interest rate, maybe even half. So if you're paying 29% on a credit card, but the personal loan is 12%, just think about how much you're saving right there. Combine everything into one monthly payment, knock this baby out in the next 3 to 5 years. All right. Now, it is important that you take those steps now. Please, you won't regret it. All right. Any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comment section below. Paralegal students that are taking bankruptcy courses and you're using my textbook at your college or university, feel free to chime in and post questions and comments as well. Now, I will see you guys at the next video, but I want to hear questions and comments, or I want to see questions and comments posted on how you started saving money today. I don't care how you do it, just do it. There's no better time than the present. All right? Take care of yourselves. Continue towards that path of financial freedom, your debt-free journey, and I'll see you guys at the next video.